Have you ever sat across somebody at dinner and they say something that makes your soul quietly want to leave the building? Well, today we're going to go over some phrases that you should watch out for and that lets you know that you should be exiting stage left. So the first one is, I'm just into the vibes. If you hear a girl say that, or if you hear a guy say that, you already know they're nothing serious. That either means they have no direction, they have no plan, and they're not serious. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're just looking to sleep around or whatever, that's fine. But I assume if you're a guy watching this video and you're paying for a date, you're looking for something more. Because if you just want to sleep around, you can go on backpage.com or go on Kijiji or whatever and find you a good night. So let's not go under that route. They're probably talking to 5 or more different people and they're just looking to have a fun night out. Probably you're paying the bill on this date, keep in mind. So they don't really care. They're just into the vibes. They're just chilling. They're cool in it. It's all good. So watch out for that phrase. That basically means, it's like the same thing as someone saying, I don't usually do this. If you hear a girl say, I don't usually do this, it's basically the same thing. They're one and the same. That means there is nothing serious and this girl is just a waste of time. So the first thing you'll hear a girl say that's a red flag is, I don't usually do this. Now, buddy, if a girl says, I don't usually do this, that means that's exactly what she does every time. And that means she will be doing that either tomorrow or next weekend. So don't ever get it twisted. If a girl says, I don't usually do this, that means one thing typically. It means that she's doing something and she probably does actually like you if you hear this. If you hear that I don't usually do this, she likes you. She doesn't want you to think that she's a HOE. She wants you to think that she's a good girl so you could kind of take her more serious and she wants things to progress. So I'd say it's a green flag in terms of that. But the red flag aspect of it is she does this all the time. If you sleep with her on the first night and she says she doesn't do this, that means she does it all the damn time. I find that girls don't want to look like a hoe, even though they'll say like, hey, women's empowerment and they don't care and a woman's empowered by sleeping around. When it comes to the guy that she actually wants to be with, she does not want you to think that she sleeps around. She wants to portray the good girl role, as she should, because she knows for a fact, if you know what she really does, she knows that you're not taking her serious. And most girls, especially if they're in their mid-20s going to 30s, they're going to want to try to tie you down with a ring. So keep that in mind. Also, if she says she's just going with the flow, or I'm just here for the vibes, that is literally telling you that this woman does not rock with you like that, and she's just here for a free dinner. If she says she's just here for the vibes, she does not like you like that. You're paying for dinner. You're at Cheesecake Factory. You're at Jack Astor's. You're at some type of restaurant. You're paying for dinner. Or you're on a bowling date and you're the one paying. You're paying for shots. So she's just going for the vibes. It's a chill environment. She maybe likes you as a person. You're cool, but she's not attracted to you. And if a woman finds you attractive or she likes you or sees something in the future with you, she's going to let you know off rip that, yes, I like you. I'm not here for the vibes. What are we? What are we going to do? She's going to try to make sure you know that this is more than just a one-night date thing. She wants something further. So just keep that in mind. Now let's look at some ones that we've seen off of Reddit. So I'm going to read these off to you. And here's the first one. I only date guys that make 6 figures. Let me tell you something right now. That is literally impossible. Unless she lives in Southern California and she's from like Beverly Hills, maybe possible. But if she's from Flatbush, New York, and she says she wants a guy that makes 6 figures, go check her history. Go do some research. Ask around. Oh, who she dated before? I guarantee you it's going to be a bum. If you ask her about her ex, I guarantee you she'll tell you, oh, he's a bum. He's this, he's that. But remember, he was sleeping with her. And I guarantee you he didn't make no 6 figures. So if a girl says that, she's full of crap. She just wants to make herself seem bougie so that you'll go ahead and spend money. It's like, why would you, a guy with money, try to prove to a girl with no money that you have money? That don't make no sense whatsoever. So if she says she wants to date a guy with 6 figures, literally just ignore that. It doesn't matter. If you're good looking enough, you could make $5 a month and she'll still sleep with you. That's why professional athletes that make $6 million a year, they still get cheated on all the time by regular guys at the club. So it is what it is. But if you hear her say that, that's a hell no. That's the first submission. The next one is, all my exes are crazy. All my exes are crazy. If you hear that, that lets you know that this woman does not know how to take accountability. If everything that happened in her previous relationship boils down to her ex was crazy, she's crazy. Now, don't get me wrong. If it's 1 out of 5 exes that are crazy, there's a high possibility that that's true. She's telling you the truth. But if she dated 5 guys and all 5 of them were crazy, all 5 of them were abusive, all 5 of them were toxic, that means that everything she's attributing to those men applies to her. It doesn't apply to them. People that if you listen to a woman or a guy for that matter talk about how their relationship ended, the woman will typically always focus on what the guy did wrong. She'll always say, he wasn't paying enough attention to me, he didn't take me out enough, the sex wasn't good. But if you hear a guy, he'll say some stuff that the girl did bad. And I could tell you this from personal experience in terms of my own friends. They'll say, yeah, she was annoying, she was toxic, but yo, low-key, I was at the club until 3 a.m. and I would not message her. Low-key, I was talking to a couple girls and she caught me a couple times. I was wrong too. You hear guys actually say both sides of the story. But for some reason, every single time I've heard a girl say that her ex was toxic or he was abusive or whatever, she never says anything that she did wrong. She always just frames it as the guy's the worst person in the world. And the funny part is, if you let a girl talk enough, just let her tell the story. I guarantee you, at the end of the story, you'll be like, you know what? You probably caused a lot of this. I don't know why you're seeing it that way. And that should let you know, just like keep her to the side. If you want to still deal with her on the side, cool, but do not take her seriously. And the last submission we got from Reddit is, I do not believe in splitting the bill. A man should always pay the bill. Now, first, don't get me wrong. If you're a guy listening to this, on the first date, you're paying, bro. Like, and don't take a girl on a date that you haven't been talking to and vetted to make sure that she's worth paying for. Don't do that. So if you're taking her on this first date, I assume you've already vetted her and you know that she's a good girl and she's good enough for you to take out. Use your common sense, obviously. Don't just be messaging girls on Instagram, hey, can I take you out to dinner? Don't be stupid. But once you take her out on this date, first date, you're paying. So I 100% agree with that. But on the third date, if your girl has not said, hey, I want to take you somewhere, if the girl has not said, I want to spend money on you, trust me, she's not that interested in you. Girls that love a guy or really want to be with a guy, they'll spend money. I've heard stories of girls getting finessed. I used to work in subprime finance, and a girl put so many iPhones on her name, like under her name, and that's what ruined her credit. And it was for a guy that she rocked with. But she really liked that guy, so she was willing to ruin her finances for a guy. But if she doesn't like you, she's never going to do anything like that for you. She's never going to want to spend on you. You'll notice you'll go 5, 6, 7 dates and she'll never pay. Not even offer to pay. Not even, hey, come pick me up. Hey, let me put a tank of gas in your car. She won't hit you up. Like, you tell her that you're hungry while you're at work, she's going to be like, oh, good luck with that. She's not going to say, hey, let me order you a burrito from Taco Bell or something. So that just lets you know that that girl's a waste of time and you should definitely stay away from her. Another red flag that you should look out for is if she's moving way too fast. If she says, hey, you have nice eyelashes, our kids would look great with your eyelashes, she's moving way too fast. A girl might think those thoughts in her head, but she's not going to say it to you right away if she has common sense and she's mentally stable. A sign of a girl moving way too fast, like, hey, move in with me, let's move in together. Like, I've heard those stories before, and that's happened to me personally. When they're trying to move way too quick, they want to be in a relationship, they want to have kids on the first date. Trust me, they're psychotic and they're going to burn your clothes. They're going to burn your shoe collection. They're going to burn your hat collection. They're going to call the police on you and report that you're drunk driving when you're just driving home from work. They're going to do the most. I'm telling you, stay away from those women. Like, look, there's nothing wrong with being bold. Don't get me wrong. Everybody loves boldness. But don't propose before the appetizer even comes out. Like, have some patience. Let me like you. Let me get to know you. Then let me love you. And then we'll go from there. Take your time. Anyone that's trying to rush it is always a red flag. And make sure you're paying attention to that. But real talk, red flags aren't just funny. It's a serious thing, you know? And you got to take them and take it as data and observe it. And it's like a science. Don't be fooled. If you've seen this, it's a pattern. If you've seen it happen to 100 guys before you, it's going to happen to you. Do not think you're special. Use the data to your best of your ability, and I guarantee you, you'll have a better experience dating. Too many guys out here ignore red flags, waste time, waste money, lose career opportunities, all because they ignore these red flags thinking they're special. You are not Chris Brown, brother. You are not Offset. And you could see what's happening to those men when they're in relationships. So don't think you're any different. Alright boys, make sure you drop your red flags in the comment section below. I'm KamsCorner. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. You could follow me on TikTok at KamsCorner5 on TikTok. Send me any videos you want me to react to or want me to give my opinion on, or let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please tell me your red flags and I'll make sure I respond to every comment. Again, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button. It is free. It costs you nothing. I'm KamsCorner and I'm out.